What's up, guys? Welcome into episode 10 of the Form Hunter. We've managed to hit up to 10 episodes, which is pretty impressive. Just got to keep up the grind, and we'll just keep pumping out these videos. So straight away, we've got two more meetings left for the weekend here in New Zealand. We had Waikato hosting it up at Cambridge tonight. There was only a couple I was interested in there, and you can see the cheeky little multi that came through there. Uncle Louie and Where's the Gold to win, 9 into 80, so little wee, not bad return. But Addington tomorrow, the first 6 races are not sort of up my alley. I'm not too keen on anything there, but we have to wait to 7:30 on the Friday night to really get into our work, and that's Tempo Warrior, $2.70. This horse is trained by Dennis Otley, driver Samantha Otley. The combo's a huge tick, 4 starts for 2 placings. This horse has shown a bit of grit. There's a Telfer horse in here who's had a bit of early money, 750 into 550. James Cagney was well backed last start, so you'd have to expect the money to come for him, and it has, so 480 into 4s. So Tempo Warrior might actually end up drifting here, maybe to around $3, but this horse is quite strong looking, and its sectionals are really good. We'll just bring up the run from last week, because I just thought it was really hitting the hopples nicely at the end of its run, and behind Triple G, who's a lovely down by the seaside gelding, I think, maybe, and just looks like a nice strong horse who's ready to be winning races and looks like we'll win multiple. So here we are, Tempo Warrior, wide out on the arm, restrained back to last, second to last, get up on the outside, through back the running line. Then you can just see here, this horse takes us out of the race here, and we go way back to last. We cop a bit of a check. We go back to the inside, and that horse sort of just takes us out, and then it's either got a defib or something went wrong, and then we're dead last here. And meanwhile, these leaders are just slipping away. Bobby Waterhouse is a good horse. This Triple G is nice, and Ultra Meteor is a really good-looking horse as well. And you can just see Tempo Warrior tracking up these ones up in front, and we finally get to the outside, and look at it unwinding. It's certainly unleashing a bit of a sprint there, and really hits the line with some purpose. And these leaders, and that's a really good run from the Telfer horse to get into a really close winning position there. But you can see Tempo Warrior always gaining ground off Bobby Waterhouse, and then a few strides after the line, he actually does get by. So Tempo Warrior in race number 7. It's an interesting sort of race. I think the barrier draw is a huge tick, and he looks tough enough, and looks to have a little bit of gate speed. So Tempo Warrior to be winning race number 7. Then we go to race number 8. Bit of an interesting race. Again, another small field, only the 8 runners with the scratching. The ratings are somewhat similar. We do have Terry coming back off a spell, so he's the one to watch. He'll probably be better for the run. Hessenberg's been going great guns. Look at that, 4 seconds in a row. Smithy's Terry, good horse, goes well. Sounds of Cash, good strong horse as well. But just the way Evangelist has been winning, and the form it's in, the last 4 starts, it's been 3 wins and a third. So nice sort of sectionals when it came in fresh up from the trial, then a nice third where it didn't really get much chance. It was held up. And then it came out and dictated, got to the front from barrier 3, home in 56.7, was a comfy win. And then here beat Smithy's Terror in a 55.5 and just held on, dash clear. Strong effort. We'll bring this one up because Smithy Terror is in this race as well. But you can see down on the inside here, Evangelist, pretty good gate speed, able to cross the one with ease. Smithy's Terror, I think maybe came out for a look. No, Smithy Terror went off the arm back to the end. So we got away with a nice lead and stacked him up here. Got challenged down the back straight there, and Robbie Close was able to kick on the top of the turn and ask for an effort. And Evangelist just hits the oppals nicely there at the top of the straight, gets about a length and a half clear, and really just knuckles down. And that's a really, really nice win there. Just keeps surging away. Nice. Evangelist, good stuff that. Should be winning again, I think, in my book, really. So is that race number 8? Yep, and that's $5 into 450. So I don't know if that was because there's a scratching or not, but I think there might be a little bit of money early doors. And Evangelist Bob Butt. You're not getting Robbie Close, but you're getting Bob Butt. So, but tick, tick, tick. There's a lot of box ticks there. 3 wins from 4 starts. Get on. Race number 8. Race number 9 we move to. La Reina del Sur, Carter Dalgety. He's a confident young driver. He's smart in the kart, and that's mainly what you want in this junior drivers event. It is a bit of a danger here, tipping one in the juniors. You know, we've got Royal Pride, who I've tipped out the last few weeks. Off the 20 meters, Sam Thornley, like they're going to be pretty positive. Jimmy Carter's coming well back in class. You're getting 750 from those back markers. It's just a little bit short for me, just because I've got to get around a few horses. But La Reina del Sur won very nicely last start. And if we go to the stewards report on its last run, the deafeners weren't removed, and the removable deafeners were not activated due to having the field covered. So we'll bring up this run because it was pretty sharp. And I think Carter Dalgety hops on the right one here. Barrier 2 on this mobile. We are on the stand, so it's a wee bit of unknown. But the way it came out of the mobile, this thing's rearing to go and got to the front and just pulled away and really did win like a good horse. And he didn't have to remove the deafeners, and just keep finding for Bob Button. He's looking over his shoulder. He's like, where is everyone? This thing's just going great guns in front. So I think it's got another couple links on it. Gets no handicap tomorrow night and can win. Definitely a good top 4 chance. 10 and 330, good money. Then we go to race number 10. White Star Orlando. Now, this is a very interesting race for me. We've got With Grace, who's shown, honestly, a little bit of form in the summers on the grass. We have Peyton's Rock, who was a great second last start, but it's not a horse with a lot of gate speed. So I think from barrier 2, it might not be, it might not have every chance to cross that one horse. I think White Star Orlando here is the play, 15 and 450. Swaggerman wide out in the arm. We've got the danger of the Coleman, but it's locked up deep on the pegs there. And behind With Grace, who's not a quick beginner. So the Coleman's going to be quite deep on the fence or really far back in the running line. And then the Telfer runner is about three on the running line, 3 or 4 back in the running line, early doors probably. And, got a wall of horses in front of it. So White Star Orlando here, 4 starts ago, it beat home Magical Miles and You Are the One. You Are the One came out and won a few starts. Good form. Magical Miles came out and won its next start. And then it had a nice 4th here, barrier 1. It just got locked away on the pegs and got held up. You can forgive that 4th there. And then this 10th that came out from barrier 9, it had a look and just 3 wide, got caught and stuck. And it's not a horse that can do a lot of work, but you can put a line through that one. And then last start from barrier 12, you don't often see many placing from the back row. And it worked 3 wide with the cart to follow, but it's not a horse that can do big stack of work 3 wide. But I thought it just barrier 4, Bob Butts in the bike, gets to roll forward here, has an opportunity to get the lead off Peyton's Rock. If Peyton's Rock, the money is completely on, truly on here. If that gets to the front, then I'd say I'd probably hand up to White Star Orlando, who's a pretty aggressive horse at the start in terms of gate speed. And then we'll be able to dictate the tempo, stack them up, and good top 4 money here at $3. Thank you very much. So that ain't bad. $4.50 a place. That's terrific, I think. So if it finds the top, then it should be running a top 4. But it just has to cross that Peyton's Rock and Rock and Diamonds. But I think it can. Really hope it can. Race number 11, Tommy's on a roll. I think we can forgive last start. It just never got a look in. And it was just always sort of, found wanting a bit more rain, and the deafeners weren't pulled, and there's a bit more to give on that horse. So not much gate speed on the inside. It's Me was a really good second last start for 72 starts and 2 wins. It really did put a good effort. Put the writing on the wall for another repeat effort off the good draw. But I think Tommy's on a roll comes out, finds the front, hands up to Mitzi Gaynor, who probably will come out for a look-see. Just sort of an interesting sort of fixture, this one. But I think Mitzi Gaynor at $2.50 was a great run last start, and she's certainly improving with the runs under her belt, this Sweet Lou filly. So she's a chance. But the $5.50 on there for Tommy's on a roll had a lot of backing last start. I don't know why there's been no backing this time in. There was excuses at last start, so I think the money will probably come a little bit later tomorrow. And Tommy's on a roll. yeah, good winning chance, albeit the top three at $2.10. Then we move on to Sunday, where we're back at the Metro. Hopefully the rain sort of is cleared by then. It's also with take these picks with a grain of salt, because there's a bit of rain around tomorrow as well, and that's always a bit of a niggly thing for the horses. They don't seem to like the slush, but yeah, race one, we've got the number one draw here for Raging On. It's a little bit scary proposition here, but just willing to just think it will improve off this first up effort, and it was just learning a bit of track manners from the one barrier draw. Was able to hold up, a bit of give and go tactics here. We were able to wrestle the lead off. Then it just went to sleep here at the winning post. You can see John Dunn's working on Raging On and not really responding, and then the horse comes up outside it and it starts to race again, and by then it was too late. The horse had just sort of switched off. And then a little bit held up here. I thought John Dunn's got this handful here, and then finally the run comes. But just the momentum sort of taken out of the wind out of its sails there, and it looks to come back to the inside here. And John Dunn gives it every chance, pulls the plugs, and it should have just quickened up the lane. But maybe being fresh up just will improve a couple more meters and should be able to get the chocolates from barrier one. I think same tactics again. I don't think there's any gear changes or anything's been put in yet. The watch me, blinds off, and the pacifier on. So yeah, no gear change for Raging On, but I think it's definitely a winning chance on Sunday. Then race number 4, Move It On Over. Very nice winner last start. And then back to the stand here for this horse. And it looks a pretty weak stand, to be honest. The way it won was pretty handy. I mean, lobbed the 1-1, didn't do any work at all. But you want your horse to just run over the top of them. And that's exactly what Move It On Over did. So you can just see him in the 1-1, poised and ready to pounce. Tim peels him top of the straight, 3 wide. He's wearing spreaders, so he's got a bit of learning to do. He's a big fella, and sort of just knocked off a little bit there. But Tim able to just rev him up, pulls the deafeners out there, and he finds another gear as Crimson Rock comes up on his outside. But he was pretty confident at the line and pulling away again. So he's got a bit of a huge engine, this horse. Move It On Over is probably going to be good at. He steps well, loves the stand. Tim Williams sticking with, so he obviously liked what he felt in his reins last week, and decent draw there over the 2,600 meters. Barrier 5, middle of the line there, can get a bit of momentum scooting down the track onto the rail. On top for me, Move It On Over. Race number 5, exciting runner of the day. Standing start, though, unsure about this. So it's a bit of a Hail Mary, but you see this 3-2-8-8 form line and you go, wow, there's not much. I'm hoping I am praying the bookies miss this one, and they might too. So we'll look at this run here, because this is an up to rating 55 race. We've got Brigadier's Son in here. We've got Spates on tap, who came out and won a Rado race. I'm pretty sure we've got I'm Trouble, Livy Desma, Boarding Cool. We got some decent horses in here, and we're down in barrier 1. Good, decent gate speed, able to get on to the leader's back, and then leader goes round and takes the lead with a bit of give and go tactics. 3 fence at Invercargill, very hard to win from there, but you can see us here, 3 back on the fence at the top of the lane. The straight is only about 200-300 meters long at Invercargill, and then we just get the lane and then just watch it come up surging late. Percy down on the inside in the purple for Amber Hoffman. Brigadier's is all out. Percy's flying. Brigadier's in front. Percy coming through. Brigadier's gets it. But, past the post, Percy's in front and pulling away with ease. So plenty left in the tank. And then the last 2 runs, you can forgive. Held up on the final bend, and then look, held up on the final bend again. So this horse, a bit scary, to be honest. I think if we can go here, let's see if it has actually had a stand start. That would be the ideal thing to check. And of course, the app's not working for me right now, so we will. Oh yeah, it's working now. So all weather, grass, mobile, left, standing. 6 starts for 0 placings. Okay, so that might be a little bit of a scary proposition, but I think Brad Williamson drives. Right man in the bike, there's no one too scary in this field, to be honest. Giselle off the 10 meters probably can win. John Dunn driving for Matt Purvis. That's a bit interesting. Yeah, that one's probably a really good winning chance. But the each way money for Percy might be just generous enough, because there is 11 horses that might just slip under the radar. Happy to take Percy there on top. Then Hes Santas Excuse. Carter Dalgetty, the young gun, junior drivers race. This horse was so unlucky last start, just never got a run. I don't even want to bring it up because it was just too painful to watch. But barrier 2, the sliding blinds off and the blinds go on. So key change there. Blinds on. He's putting the blinds on him and just sorting him out. That should just sort him out, because he's just a bit wayward, that horse. So hopefully the blinds just keep him focused and he can run like a good horse he is. He's got a huge engine on him. Barrier 2, the blinds might help. He might be able to get out of the gate and find the top. If he finds the top, I don't have any problems. I think he'll just cruise away from him and win by about 2 or 3 lengths. He's just a decent horse with some patchy form lines. But yeah, Hes Santas Excuse should have no excuse for winning on Sunday. Race number 8, Midnight Train to Georgia. Willing to put a line through this last start. Had to do 3 wide work. Not a horse that'll appreciate being off the pegs. Drawn barrier 3 here. Not too much gate speed on the inside. Should be able to find the pegs. But it is actually a pretty Hail Mary race now. I'm looking at it again. Eloisa Dale's actually showed a bit of talent down south. Mitzi Gaynor gets in there. Ruby's a Delight's been racing great fields, but poor drawn. Casa Semenya's shown a little bit, but just hopefully John Dunn can get this thing to the pegs, and it seems to be appreciating the beach, so might be able to run a cheeky little race. So that's it for the New Zealand tips for the week. And then we head up to Wagga on the Friday night. Interesting sort of fixtures here. We've got Wagga race 2, Bart Maguire. This horse was over in New Zealand not too long ago, and it showed a little bit of toe there last start at Parks. And it gets a great draw here, and $3.80 into $2.80 here, race 2 Wagga tomorrow. I think barrier 1's going to suit it, and I just like the way it hit the line last start. It gapped the others, and then the winner was just too good. But yeah, gets the same sort of class of horse here. Bart Maguire can lead and get the chocolates. Then we go to race number 7. This horse really nicely, going really nicely. $1.75 was free money on open a few hours ago. Into $1.55, and add that to your multis. That thing will be winning for sure. Race number 9, Lana Pitt trains King of Trumps. Another horse that's featuring quite a bit in my podcasts. It's just an honest thing that just goes and goes. Good gate speed, over the mile, barrier 3, it'll lead, it'll be there at the end. $3 to win. You take that in at $1.40 to place. It's almost a lock to place that thing. Great gate speed, takes it a long way. Race number 4, really don't mind this one here. Gonna need a margarita. $2.60 now, so they're crunching it in. $3.40 on open. Yeah, this thing should be winning. Talia McMillan on driving. Barrier 3, good gate speed. It'll just sit on the pegs and be too good. I think that'll just definitely be winning. Probably closing around $2 even with the amount of money that's come in so far. Race number 8, Perfect Cut. Horse that we've been following. I tipped out maybe 2 weeks ago. Seems to be enjoying Queensland up there for Bernie Hewitt. Drawn okay tomorrow night. Oh God, look at Bet365's doing its bloody lag. Not ideal when you're doing a podcast, I'll tell you that for free. But there we go. $11 we're getting. It's got a bit of gate speed. I think it might be able to cross from barrier 3, and that puts it on the pegs and in with a shot. So Perfect Cut, good 6 last start, I thought, and higher class from what it's been racing. So yeah, willing to take the each way there on Perfect Cut. Race number 9, Hector. Been with this horse a couple of times now as well, but it's been a little bit disappointing. But yeah, on the drifts again. You're probably more on the place side of this horse. Should have won last week, to be fair. But yeah, can run a race at 15 and 3. He's not the worst. But yeah, a bit of a value runner on your Friday night. Race 5 at Newcastle we head to. What's Your Secret? Used to be a Purdon horse, this one. $3 you're getting. It loves Newcastle. If we bring up the course record, 10 starts, 5 wins, 2 seconds, 1/3. Absolutely froths the track. Terrific gate speed. Will be the leader there. And from barrier 3, it's probably going to be in front the whole way and give a good sight in front. $3 for that one. So you can be shopping that with a relative bit of confidence. Then we go to Geelong, race number 5, Mosaic Art. This horse only just clung on last start. Did a little bit of work, but you know, it's a horse with a bit of ability. I thought was with Michael Purdon over here, then sold to Aussie, and now it's with Emma Stewart. And you know how good Emma Stewart is with these ex-Kiwis. Just look what she's done with Von Art. If this kid thing could bloody load, that would be great. And it's not going to. But Geelong race 5. Come on, work with me here, lads. Bet 365. You are a punisher. There we go. We're working now. $3.40 you're getting here. And I thought it was a really nice last start win. Barrier 5's tricky. There's a few good horses in here. Maybe just a bit more of a watch race, that one. Then race 8 at Dubbo. Apache Warrior. This thing's bloody short, but it showed quite a lot of grit and determination at its most recent trial at Bathurst. Does come out to the smaller Dubbo track. Might find it a little bit tight because it's being an ex-Kiwi. Hasn't ran on too many small tracks. But yeah, Dubbo, race 8. It's probably going to be running a good race. This Bet 365 need to sort their shit out because they're never showing the odds anymore. Anyway, we move to Saturday. We're not going to go through the odds because it will take too long, but just do it from memory. I think the Honey Queen's at about $3. She's been going a wee bit hit or miss in Australia, to be honest. She doesn't quite like the conditions over there, I feel. But she's got a lot of ability. If she can cross them, she'll and pace the whole way. She's just galloping. It's her manners that are letting her down. If she paces the whole way, she wins that race. Doff Your Cap's drawn off barrier 1. Can definitely win. Iron Lady's drawn barrier 1, and Amore Vita's drawn outside her, and they're 1 and 2, and I think they just run maybe even the Quinella. I think Iron Lady hands up to Amore Vita, and Amore Vita will love being on the pegs after doing a lot of work last week. And then Slip the Hundy gets in here nicely drawn. They've been real positive with this horse the last 2 starts, coming out for the lead and getting it and just kicking at the top of the straight, but getting caught by the swoopers. So Slip the Hundy will, if it gets the barrier draw to work with today to save a few extra lengths, and it'll be right there at the finish. Good place money. Race number 1, Surface Delight and Jazzy Star. I think Surface Delight's around the $3 quote. Jazzy Star 8s. Jazzy Star's a great horse on its day. And it could definitely just come out and lead from barrier 8 or wherever it is and just take them all the way and run them in a 150-mile rate and win. But it's just a horse that's real bad, cantankerous, and gets worked up. Surface Delight was a bit unlucky again last start, I thought, and then it could be winning again. So you play those 2 in the first at Menangle. Kingmaker's trolled up really nicely and behind a good horse. Boom and Phase Glory going well. Robbins Playboy finally might be able to run into the money at Menangle. He went over for the Into Dominions last year and just sort of got checked, I think, and galloped, and then from there it's just gone downhill. But finally into a bit more of a form and running a better, finishing off his races, Robbins Playboy. So he'll be there or thereabouts. Lewis Litt, another honest horse, tough as anything, can win. Arden's Ace, we tipped this out on Tuesday night, and I think it wins on Saturday night, to be honest. Darren Binskin driving. We had the junior Hannah Rickson driving last start, and just sort of she pulled back on the horse and found herself 4 fence and just didn't get all the luck. So we'll have to go to Darren Binskin's corner and see if he can get Arden's Ace home, because that horse will be winning a race. So it's just a matter of when. Then Kilmore, Majestic Chick, second run in Aussie on Saturday. First was nice. Gets another great draw. Josh Dickey over there just gets a nice horse there. Good barrier draw, can roll forward. Race number 5, Magic Mike. This horse is tough as anything. It just has an engine. It just keeps going. Jack Law's picked up the drive. That's at $20. It's one of the better roughies of the night. An American Legacy, it's a tough wee horse, big horse actually, and I think he's an American Ideal gelding, but he's a big unit, and he's paying $40. Serge Blanco's in there. You can't entertain too much of a bet there on Serge Blanco, but ex-Kiwi, so you got to have him in, and then Diamonds in Cash to finish off the night at 81 or maybe even $100 now, I think, on the drift at Bet365. So there's a few tips in there. For Saturday night, yeah, I'm probably going to lock in Arden's Ace to win at $6. I think that's the best sort of value where I'm pretty confident just wins. With any luck, if it can find the top, it should be winning that race. Yeah, was pretty happy with its run on Tuesday, and it's a horse that doesn't seem to mind backing up. So Arden's Ace for the one on Saturday night in Aussie, and Friday night will probably be Gone Need a Margarita, Albion Park, $2.60 from $3.40. Money's on. Got good gate speed. Is due its win. So hopefully you guys get on a few winners. I mean, last week we tipped out a $51 pop, so that was nice. And if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, and we'll be back next week. Thank you guys, and see ya.